My people. It's gonna be a fun day. What's up, Goosebumps? I'm Mad. What's up, brother? I'm Mad. You've been killing it, bro. What's up, Goosebumps? Joshy. It's gonna be a fun day, Joshy says. You think today's gonna be a fun day? Guys, I think I learned something. I think swing trading Forex is not for me. Or I need to start backtesting. May 215 is out. Mm. I don't know what I'm looking at here. I don't remember what I marked up. Oh, it was the 4 hour. Oh, no, it was this. We marked out the 4 hour. We never made it to that fair value gap. We wanted it. We were looking right here. I guess I never made it. Maybe Silver did. But yo, good job, bro. Good job, Goosebumps. You've been going good lately. Keep it up, man. What's up, Anurig? Muhammad, what's up, brother? Incubation so big. Thank you so much. Yes, it's one of those times where it's like, so I would need to see if the daily profile will fit this because we have SMT at the daily order block and at the weekly fair value gap for yes, which is good. But so see Monday the 10th low. Monday the 10th low, we have SMT. We can tap into the weekly order block. The thing is, we can't just say it's gonna go higher just because we have this. But yeah, I think I'm bullish. We had a lot of expansion. We already took previous day low. If we were to go lower, just right through this daily fair value gap, destroy the entire discount of the range, I'm good, man. So I think we're gonna look for longs if the daily profile can fit. I mean, if we were going to go lower, it would probably be from higher. So potentially we can target the 4 hour fair value gap. So let's drop down to the 15-minute time frame. Let's see what the daily profile is looking like. We had 8:30 news today, if I'm not mistaken, correct? .30 news earlier today. We had news 8:30, right? What's up, Arrow? How are you, brother? Um, yeah, we had GDP and unemployment claims. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys. This is my bread and butter. Good morning, Yusuf. What's up, my man? And curious what the Bush will be taking some reaction. Oh yeah, I already read that. Yeah, I'm thinking similar too. I think we've expanded low enough. Can probably start to see higher, but we need to get for both futures and forex. Yeah. The news is for US pairs, so it'll affect all US pairs, US dollar, and obviously the index market. Stocks too sometimes. UJ, my man, what's up, brother? USD, it's going lower. I mean, initially I thought it was gonna go higher, but what did DXY do? Where's DXY? Um, DXY did tap in and go lower, but I don't know. Euro kind of just did its own thing. It's just too bullish, too bearish. We could GBP and Euro. Let's see what happened here. Like we could be going to the lower fair value gap here. We already made our thoughts. I'm just gonna watch. Just watch, brother. Enjoy. Sit back and enjoy. Okay, we have 15 minutes. I'm gonna tell you guys what I'm looking for. I'm basically gonna want to see this low get swept. Wait, can we get a potential? See if we can go. I'm gonna see if we can go below. How much correlated? I think it's like 90% of the time they're accurate. That's what someone told me. I don't know if that's true, but they are very correlated. What's up, Rohit? My man, Rohit. Data low. Not necessarily data low, but I'd want to at least see this low get put out. It could potentially be London low. Could be. So the game plan is, guys, if we take out this low, and we show that we're gonna go higher, I'm willing to take longs there, especially if there's SMT. If we don't, I'm gonna look towards data lows. And then I'd have to wait. If we do take out data lows, I'm gonna have to wait for a 15-minute fair value gap to form before I take a trade, because I don't want to just be caught in expansion. If we take out these highs, then I'd have to wait for a 15-minute fair value gap to form and then start targeting these lows of this liquidity. How do you anticipate which one will come out stronger? Long side? Yeah, I'm gonna look for longs. Yes, I'll watch your stream later. See you, Rohit. Thank you, brother. Enjoy your time. Um, you look at the SMT. When there is SMT, you look at which one will form the higher low. That's the stronger one. If you're bearish, you look at which one makes a weak lower low. That's the weaker one. That's all it is. That's all you gotta do. If there's SMT on high time, how do you confirm your setup to take trade? Exact same thing as I would normally. Narrative, draw on liquidity. If those two are aligned, wait for a higher time frame predict, PD rate to support that trade. And then as long as I have time on my side, I'm gonna look for confirmation. And that's it. That's all I need. All you need, brother. Yeah, okay. It's 9:28. So the game plan, if anyone's just came in, what's the game plan? One, if we take out this low and we have SMT, then looks like we're gonna expand from there. I'm willing to take longs from there. If we look like we're gonna continue lower, I'm gonna look at London lows and data lows. However, I'm gonna want to see a 15-minute fair value gap form before I take my long, or at least a 5-minute fair value gap, depending on how well the setup is and if we have SMT or not. So we're gonna wait. Basically, the game plan is we need to see some sell side get swept. What would I prefer to see the most? If we continue to respect this 15-minute fair value gap, we just sweep this low. That would be nice. That would be cool. Okay, just setting up my trade copier. All right, we are chilling. Okay, we're good. Everything's good. It's 9:30. We want to see lower. See lower. Ideally, we don't take out too many highs. We do have SMT at 5 a.m. high right now. I'm not too worried about that. I've marked out the 4-hour bearish fair value gap. 18 high, 14 high. We'll mark out 18 high, but it could go higher towards 14 high. Yep, SMT there. I personally don't care about it. We're gonna stay on the 50-minute time frame. Okay, so we're getting that lower movement that we wanted, which is good. We've marked out our potential draw on liquidity there. I mean, ideally, we do take out that low and not just respect 50%. We came into the fair value gap at 9 a.m. Engineered some nice highs, even more on ES, right? Oh, yes, it's a nice consolidation. I'm good, man. I'm good. Everything's good. So right now we have the narrative, right? We're looking for retracement after a lot of expansion, and we're targeting these 4-hour fair value gap, which is just these nice equal highs, basically. That's the narrative. So the drawn liquidity being those 4-hour fair value gaps. But we need a higher time frame PDA rate to potentially move us forward. So if we do sweep sell side, that could be enough. So for example, right here, right? We swept sell side. We expanded towards the draw. I'm looking for another sell side sweep now that we have volatility injection. Looking for another sell side sweep. I like it when it happens more around 9:45, 9:50, but let's see. Okay, so there's your sell side sweep. Did you analyze gold? Yes, sure, I got you. Give me a sec though. Gold tapped into the 4-hour, took out the low. Daily time frame. Okay, like I said, I've been bearish on gold. The weekly fair value gap is the drawn liquidity for me. Until I see that it's gonna respect the wick, you got to be targeting that weekly fair value gap on gold. Bearish. Still bearish until the weekly fair value gap. Okay. We have SMT. But if we inverse the 15-minute, the SMT, it doesn't matter. However, what we could do is wick. So what we could do is like come all the way down here towards the 830 rejection block and then go higher. I would not mind this. I would not mind this at all. That would actually be really nice. I just recently took a backtest trade like this. I even sent it to SM. So let's see, do we get the exact same thing? So can we stab to the rejection block? Can explain rejection blocks. So you see this is the high of the candle, right? I'm gonna show you exactly what the rejection block is. You see the high of this candle, the low of this candle. You go here. This is just I can explain it simply. Turn off the wick. If the body of this candle starts trading below this, that's a rejection block because we took out the volume high. So it's kind of like how do I explain it? It's almost like we took out the low. It looks like a failure swing. Like, oh, it looks like a failure swing and we're rejecting off the wick, which you can use the wick itself as a like imbalance and you can see but when we trade under 830 here, it's gonna be like we're taking the almost like we're taking the low of the body because we are trading below the mass of it, like the volume. So I'll show you if it comes. So look, we guys, we swept a 15-minute low. We have 10 minutes. This is the 15-minute fair value gap. If it respects, that would be so good. Yes, Wix works as imbalances. We do not have SMT. Failed to take that low. Come on, give me an SMT there. Stab into the rejection block, and we could potentially find a really nice long to trade. But we gotta respect the 15-minute. That's the key. So I'd realistically, guys, I'd want to see this get inversed. Okay, there's the SMT. Stabbed right into 830. This is looking really no SMT, right? Actually, there's no SMT. No SMT there. There it is. We're stabbing into the rejection block there. So see how if this candle closes below 830, if this candle closes below 830, daily FEG, yes, I'm aware of the daily chart. We do need to be cautious though because we've already disrupted a lot of PD arrays. But yeah, we souped that low and there's SMT there as well. So let's go back to the 1 minute time frame. Okay, guys. So what do I want to see? Why don't I have an inversion set up here? I should have inversion. So we stabbed it. See, there's your rejection block now. This is your rejection block. Because we traded below that body. And you can actually use that as SMT. Now, what would I want to see? I'd want to see at least 50% of this wick be supported. For the quarters. That's 50% of the wick. We get the inversion, or if we get the change of state of delivery here, I'm happy with that. Yeah, I'd be happy with that. We stabbed into the rejection block, and if we start expanding higher, it's giving us signature that we're gonna respect this 15-minute. That's a low enough move. Looks like we're getting the change of state of delivery, so I might put on this trade, guys. You could wait for the inversion to be sure. We have 8 minutes until the 15-minute candle, 7 minutes until the 18-minute candle closes. So we could potentially see a run lower, but we don't really need to go lower. But I'd want to see a close above. If we fail to take that high, then I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for inversion or a fair value gap to form. Yeah, see, we didn't even close above, so definitely no trade. We didn't get the confirmation. You could wait for 950 macro to be safe too. Let's see if we can make another run for this low. We have low, high. See if we can get lower low and higher high, and we make this a bullish breaker. That would be nice. Maybe we get breaker SMT. That'd be even nicer. That would be even nicer. My favorite setup. If you haven't seen that video, it's honestly a pretty good video. Volume imbalance 830. Yep. We didn't tap in. A breaker would be nice. We got low, high, lower, low. Are we gonna get a breaker SMT? 50% of the wick traded in there. Let's see if this volume imbalance supports price. There's the volume imbalance tapped in really nicely. Low, high. If we get the breaker, that's really good. If we get the breaker, that's really good. No SMT. However, look at that. Look at that 50% rejection right there. That's exactly what you would want to see. So this looks really good. Can you explain OTE? Yes, brother. Let's say you're bearish. I'm not bearish, but let's say you're bearish. See how I've dragged my Fibonacci from the high to the low? OTE is these right here. These three markings is OTE. Why is it OTE? It's because it's an optimal trade entry. You're entering in a premium at the perfect level. The more OTE you are, the better. Because I don't really want to see lower, guys. Don't really want to see lower. We could stab into the rejection block one more time, but I don't want to really see lower. It's an optimal trade entry. It's like the place you can get the best risk to reward, and usually your best setups will form there too. Okay, 5 minutes till the FEG formed. I don't want to see the FEG inverse. I want to see it start to expand, just like it is exactly right now. All right. If we get a fair value gap formed, we might enter on the next candle low, guys. We might look. Okay, we're gonna look for a fill on the order block. That's what we're gonna do. If this candle closes bullish, we're looking for a fill on the order block. This is the trade I'm looking for. We're gonna look for the fair value gap. I'm looking for the fair value gap. Down. We're gonna go with 3 micros. I'm gonna try the FEG, guys. I'm gonna try the fair value gap. It looks like it might not retrace. That's all I'm gonna say. I was thinking about market buying right there, but just a little too slow on that decision. We now have a balanced price range. What's up, Miso? We predicted that nicely, but in terms of getting a fill now, we got to see what we were looking at here. So we have a BPR right here. Well done, Ryuk. That's a really good entry, brother. Really good entry. We're going to look for potential entry here on the fair value gap. Amazing, Ryuk. That's amazing. You did get the breaker. If we can retrace here, stop loss will be like somewhere here. Can we get a fill? That's the question. So our drawn liquidity is the 4 hour. Like we might get a tag right here. Okay, we're in. I'm in the trade, guys. The only question that matters is can we respect this fair value gap? If we inverse the fair value gap, I'm going to close the trade. I'll give it some leeway, but we're gonna close. I'll put my stop loss at 50% of this order block. Just below 50%. So 235. So far, not a good reaction. But let's look. We tapped into OTE. If it's gonna start to wick, it should start to wick right now. So I'm happy with this stop loss right here. So my stop loss Is this candle's low? What's up? What's up, Elevs? Rejection off 50% wick, 15-minute fair value gap. We started wicking and we saw 15-minute sell side. I'm looking for this long right now. Stop loss is this low. This candle low. I'm gonna put it by 1 tick. I want to see this inverse. We did inverse this fair value gap, guys, which is not good. But we're also looking at this order block. So can we re-inverse the fair value gap? It looks like we are. What I really need to see is this inverse right here. I really want to see this inverse. That's not a good reaction. ES looks a lot better, actually. ES never inverted anything. Didn't even form a bearish fair value gap. Looks like our stop's gonna get hit, guys. This might just be a clean minus 250. Data low, I mean, it could be going for, if it is gonna stop me, it's gonna go for data low. But I got the nice reaction. A really nice displacement from the 50% wick. 50-minute sell side, 50-minute fair value gap. Initially was holding. ES looks good. Look at ES, beautiful. I mean, besides that wick, look at the 5-minute. 5-minute does not look good. I'll tell you that much. When you got inversed, yes, it did. It did get inversed. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of missed that. They were out, guys. We're gonna look for a re-entry. I didn't think it needed to go data lows because this news wick was perfect. 50 points up, 1 contract. You took a sell before open. Nice, bro. Proud of you, bro. We took one loss there, guys. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. If we get SMT, see that was a good trade. I would take that trade again. 939 low. Could I have managed it differently? I guess I could have sold once we formed this. No, I don't really know, actually. I don't know how I could have managed it differently, to be honest. We'll look for one more, guys. We're gonna look for one more. That was a good trade. I would take that trade every time. Do we have 60 viewers right now? Or am I tripping? That's a lot of fucking viewers. Let's see. Do we take the low here? Yeah, I took a trade like this literally yesterday when I was backtesting, and it was beautiful. Beautiful. I even sent it to I think I sent it to SMJ. It was so beautiful. Hmm. We could wait for 950 macro. The issue is now the issue is what's the issue? I need to see a high time frame period right now. So if I'm gonna re-enter, it's probably gonna be second stage distribution. What's up, Simply? JP, the day one. If we're gonna re-enter, guys, we're gonna need either the sell side to get swept or we need to see a fair value gap form or inverse. I'm not gonna enter just based on 1-minute market structure. I need to see 15-minute minimum. JP's here every day, bro. No, I'm never here. Yeah, you're good, bro. Okay, we took the low. We took the low there. So we could have just been potentially souped. That's possible. We could have just been souped. Let's see if it goes higher. 50% of the wick. Thing is, I mean, yeah, I guess you could still say we set the 5 minute low, SMT. We get displacement. Of course, bro. Fib settings, pretty simple. It's just point 0.5, point 0.6, point 0.7, point 0.79, 1, 0. And then I make the inner colors, and you just make it any color you want. Oh, and you can make it all black if you want. Guys, we might look for a re-entry here. We have low, high, lower, low. We might get a higher high. SMT divergence at 50% of the wick at the 15-minute volume imbalance. Is it a 15-minute volume imbalance? No, it's not a 15-minute volume imbalance. What would I need to see? Not clean right now, to be honest. Though those last like 5 minutes have been too choppy, so I wouldn't re-enter here. I would need to see, I guess, at least some 5 minute fair value gap form. Going to 4 hour FEG. That's what I'm thinking too. I should look at daily trend Q at a bit FEG spring low. My draw is lower at that level. Oh, the 4 hour FEG lower. I mean, we could. We've already tapped in to pretty much every discount PD array. Daily chart? Yeah, yes. I've seen the daily chart, my brother. But we have SMT at the daily chart, at the daily fair value gap. So I was expecting some higher levels. And honestly, I still think it's going to go up, guys. I still think we probably will not take this low. But let's see. Let's see. We don't need to take this low. We've already traded under it with bodies. So we don't need to take that low. If you're bearish, then okay. You could probably expect that low to be taken. But I'm bullish, so I want to see price come into here, take out these equal highs, maybe even this 4 hour fair value gap above. But now it's pretty choppy. So the down 18,936. 18,936, you said. 18,936. Oh, big 18,936. Oh, talking about this fair value gap? It's 18,955. For me, it's a little off, but yeah, okay. I mean, maybe. It's definitely possible we go there. If I was bearish, I would start looking for PD rates like that as well. But I am bullish, so let's see what we happen here. Let's see. It could just be wrong. That's okay. For me personally, my favorite losses, like the best losses I can handle, is when I'm just wrong. Just like, you know what? My narrative was wrong. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Love you, brother. Take care, brother. Hours, first thing to 2 hours. Sibby. Sir, your duty calculation gave me more confirmation entry. Thank you a lot. Appreciate you, brother. I hope it keeps working out for you. Well, it will keep working out. It happens very, very, very often. In this case, I thought we had a really nice Judas swing lower expansion. This was a W trade. This is A plus trade for me, guys. I would take that trade again, 100% every single time. 100%. The only thing I did miss was we did inverse the 15-minute, but we respected on ES, which is why I didn't really care. So I gave it some leeway because we did respect on ES. And you can see ES being the stronger asset right now. So either way, I would have been stopped, but ES is a stronger asset. My break even on my entry of the consequent encouragement. Damn, should have held it. I think it'll still go up, but I would never enter in like this. This is awful. If I'm gonna enter now, guys, I'm gonna need to see at least a 5 minute or 15-minute fair value gap form. Ideally 15-minute. Ideally 15-minute. All right, we're coming for 830 low. There it is. We've taken 830 low. We have SMT at 830 low. Haven't taken it yet. Why are you bullish? The daily SMT plus I want to see price start going up to these imbalances. Where is the daily S&T? It's Friday, June 7th low. This is the daily S&T. Inside the weekly fair value gap on ES. ES inside the weekly fair value gap, and there's SMT right here. Go back to the 1 minute time frame. ES still more bullish than NQ. Bro, this. Keep watching, guys. Okay, we have the 830 SMT now. There's our higher time frame PD rate tag. If we expand higher and we get a nice change of state delivery right here, I might look to re-enter. If we don't, it would need to be like right now off the SMT inside the macro. That would be my last trade. Where are you from? I'm guessing Iraq. I am Iraqi actually. Yeah, I am Iraqi. How'd you know, bro? The nose. All Arabs have this nose, bro. Not just Iraqis. Click this button, Anurig. Hacker. Click this button right here. BADJ. I think we would have London lows. We could potentially have London lows. We definitely could potentially have London lows. We're close already. That setup was so put. Don't worry about it, brother. Listen, next time it'll work out. Look, you want? Yes, hold on. Let me literally show you guys something. Where's that trade I just took? I will show you guys something. 1 second. I was literally backtesting yesterday. And what did I see? Literally this exact same setup. Exact to the exact T. I think every single thing. The only difference is we did not form a fair value gap. Oh no, we did. We did form a fair value gap. Okay, guys, if we don't start moving lower now, I'm just wrong. We swept London lows. I want to see a 15-minute close above, or we're gonna have to have a 15-minute bullish fair value gap form after. Otherwise, we're just wrong. What does that do? It'll adjust for all the contract changes because Nasdaq has different contracts. Where the setup was so perfect. It was perfect. I will take it again, and that's okay. It's okay to lose, brother. It's okay to lose. Because, you know, we could just be wrong about the draw. And even though everything happened exactly as we expected, if you're wrong, you're wrong. We're going to stay on the 15-minute time frame here because unless we see a 15-minute change of state of delivery or a 15-minute fair value gap form, we're not going to take a trade. Although I do like this SMT. Well, because EF didn't even take 830 low. What was the reasoning behind our previous lost trade? Why did we lose? I think we just wanted to go lower. That's all. Either I'm wrong about the bias, which is possible now because that's a lot of expansion, or, oh, why did you take it? I got you, bro. So basically, we had S&T trading below 830. I was bullish, targeting the 4-hour fair value gaps above. and these equal highs. 930 Judas swing lower. Where did we reject off of perfectly? This yellow line, which is 50% of this wick. We also have the rejection block right here, and SMT at 830. Nice expansion, closing below this short-term low. I mean above this short-term low. Nice expansion, showing a fair value gap and an order block. So it was A plus plus pretty much. ES also closed above the 15-minute fair value gap. So it was for me that was an A plus trade. Actually, I wouldn't say A plus. It would have been A plus if it formed at 950, but it formed at like 939 was the low, but that's still valid for me, 100%. Still valid. All right, it does not look like we're gonna be taking a long against this, guys. At this point, we're probably gonna take London lows and potentially keep expanding. Market is bearish as hell. We might get our retracement longs tomorrow to GIF. There it is, no SMT. So we're probably not going to be taking a trade. Unless we start to take this low and we start to wick and we get an inversion here. That's the only way. But from what I'm looking at now, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. I was about to say something exactly that I was going to go in, but I was scared of Judas. I mean, I thought that lower price run at 930 was the Judas, but I guess I got faked. Let me show you guys something. Look at this trade I took yesterday. Tell me this is not the exact like same thing that just happened. ICT rejection block. I didn't mark out 50% in this case. 50% was like right here. 50% was like right here. We perfectly closed the bow at 50% and we expanded. In this case, we had an inversion and a fair value gap and we kept going. Perfect. Perfect trade. Exact same thing. 830 manipulation. I think it was the same news event too. So we're down 260 on the day on these accounts. We definitely did not sweep on low. It looks like we're running through. 50-minute very bearish. We haven't even gotten retracement, so unless yeah, it depends on the risk to reward, Anurik, but yeah, if I can catch good RR, damn bro, we are so bearish. I guess that was the biggest mistake, maybe just trading against the long institutional order flow. But like now we're gonna inverse this daily fair value gap too. It's crazy. We're gonna invalidate the weekly order block. Sure. I did wait for retracement, brother. I had my entry at the fair value gap. So my entry was right here. I entered right here on this candle. It did give me a chance to close. I could have closed it, but it only saved like $50. I'm not gonna close that position. No way. No bullish close. This isn't bullish close. We inversed this fair value gap. We had a change of state delivery, market structure shift. We even had a breaker block. Everything was there. If the market goes low, so the thing is, even if now that I'm wrong, I'm not trading this. There's no way, because honestly, I'm honestly telling you on the daily chart, I have no idea where this could potentially stop now because we've already expanded so much. Previous month low is the drawn liquidity. At this point, it looks like we're coming for previous month low. We could probably get it by the end of the week, maybe, or like the start of next week. I mean, the start of like the first week of August. Would I change bias? I mean, yeah, now I'm bearish. I definitely don't think price is going to go higher today or in this session, but it doesn't mean I'm going to take shorts. It does not mean I'm going to take shorts. You could, because for starters, It's gonna be hard to even get premium and discount. I'd have to wait for like this breaker. Oh, wait for confirmation after the retracement. I mean, if you do that, you might not. I mean, you could do that, but then your entry is gonna be too bad. I don't like to trade that way personally. You could do that. That would probably save you from some losses, but the fill will just be awful. Like if you wait for a bullish close, you're gonna get filled like maybe 10 points above the fair value gap. In some points, it could be a lot more. So it's not gonna be a good fill, which I'm not happy with. For me, I trusted that idea. I've seen that setups form a lot of times, and I would take it again. So I'm not bothered by the loss. I've won that trade a lot more times than I've lost it. Just had the wrong narrative. That's all it was. It's okay. The wrong narrative. Where is this? We are going, bro. We are going. You could hit that discount volume imbalance. So if you were bearish today, how would you enter a short setup? At least after 8:30. Well, I don't trade after 8:30. So if in terms of 9:30, literally no setup short. The only setup no, like for my model, there was literally nothing. I guess okay. In my model, how could you have entered short? We have the 15-minute inversion here. You look at for the retap. We retapped into the 15-minute inversion. But the thing is, this isn't an inversion on ES. So if you took this and you're like, oh, price inverted. No, it's just Inc is a little bit weaker. ES respected. Bro, look at ES. It wicked all the way above 50%. Like, it was a beautiful wick. Very surprised that we just with all that wick and then just kept going. Like, this is pretty rare. Like, usually when this happens, you won't see it. Like, if the setup forms, it won't fail. In this case, it's formed and it failed. How to avoid fear lesson? I just can't do it even though I have. You need to. Good luck, Ethan. Lower your risk, bro. Or start paper trading. You gotta not care about the money. That's what it is. You have to not care about the money. And all you have to care about is trying to predict price. That's it. That's my only job here. That's my only job here. I'm trying to predict price. And I'm gonna be real. Right now, I have no idea. I don't have a clean narrative. Besides the fact that we've displaced insanely, it looks like we're going for previous month low. That's about as good, which is right here. That's it. That's all I got for you. Based on the displacement and literally disrespecting every single PD array that we came across, looks like the SMT on the daily time frame is also gonna break probably. We're probably just gonna come for previous month low. Eventually, we will have retracement. How many times you blew your account? I've only ever okay no. So my first ever account I blew. That was one blow. After that, I got 3 payouts. So one account I got 1 payout on, blew it. The next account I got 2 payouts on, and then I blew it. So 3. 3. 3 if you don't include the Apex ones. I've eventually there was one time I had 3 Apex accounts, and then I didn't know there was trailing drawdown. So I was up like 1500 in a trade. I was up 1500 in a trade, and then it like broke even. I was trading a mini, and then I was like, "What the hell?" Now I'm down 1400 on the day. Like that's stupid. So I ended up blowing that account. Your real account when 2023? No, 2024. I started trading January 1st, 2024. All the major stocks are down. Apple, Nvidia. Ooh, Nvidia tapped into the monthly fair value gap. Look at that, guys. You're trading January 2? Welcome, brother. That's good. Nvidia at the monthly fair value gap. Can we see higher prices? What is your advice? Why all tech stocks are down? We selling or buying? We're watching, brother. I don't think I'm taking another trade today. Initially, I was buying. We got stopped out. We were wrong. Is there any global impact? Why are the tech stocks down? I mean, Nasdaq's down. I don't know. Retracement. Can you like this on gold? Yes, of course you can trade like this on gold. Advice for beginners. Don't worry about the money. Focus on being a good trader and developing good habits. The money will come after. The money will come after. I know. We're dumping, brother. We are going very low. Why are we going very low? I'll show you. It's really clear on the weekly chart. We took out previous week high, right? We formed a wick. 50% of that wick tapped in perfectly. We displaced lower. What did we do when we displaced lower? We had a weekly order block form. Where did we tap in the next week when we manipulated? The weekly order block. We respected 50% of the order block. Short of 50-minute bearish FEG good play. It's not bad. If it was me, for my model, I'd have to wait for a premium and discount. You too, brother. I'm proud of you too. You think dollar's bullish? I don't think dollar's bullish. Dollar also looks bearish. Look at this. Dollar with a huge weekly change of state of delivery. Formed a weekly fair value gap, change of state of delivery. We inverted the weekly. Tapped into the weekly bearish fair value gap. Dollar should also be bearish. The media of monthly FEG will get invalidated. Probably. What did I say? 18936? My man, did you take profits? Nice trade, bro. I'm not sure exactly what you aimed for, but very well done, man. Very well done. I don't know. In my opinion, dollar is very bearish, but we're also just going down, which is weird. Like, I can understand dollar retracing higher to the weekly fair value gap, which it did, but you can see dollar just kind of chopping now. Last couple of days been chopping, while NQ just rallies lower. So we don't see it at all. Well, just think about it like this, brother. If the dollar value goes up, right? The dollar is more expensive. Winning. Are you Muslim? I am Muslim, brother. Proud of you, Ashik. That was a good trade. That was a really good trade, man. That was a really nice trade that you caught, brother. I'm proud of you. Well, some people look at dollar to be inversely correlated. It is inversely correlated. The reason being, just think about it like this. If the dollar value goes up, the price of everything else goes down. Because imagine the dollar price went up and the prices of like tech also went up. That's not how it works. There's no balance. I mean, yeah. So when you do see that, usually it's lower probability conditions. For example, right now dollar's chopping, Nas going lower. Remember, we're trading on the fact that there's algo, so that's supposed to happen. But when the algo's in the sell program, which it definitely is, ain't nothing stopping this thing, bro. Ain't no bullish dollar. Ain't no nothing. Price is going. Price is going. And honestly, yeah, previous month low, very high probability. This weekly profile is called fuck your. Yes. This weekly profile is called fuck your longs. I mean, I understand the weekly profile. Tuesday manipulated, and then Thursday, Friday distribution. The only thing is, I assumed, this is where I went wrong. I assumed Wednesday met the drawn liquidity, and we would probably see higher retracements on there. Would you take a sell if there was a retracement of London low? I would only take a sell if it was in a premium of the daily range. That's the only way. But you tell me, what are you targeting for? Are you targeting previous month low? It's possible. If anything, we can get really nice longs tomorrow if we take previous month low, and then we look for TGIF. That would be really nice. Les knows about that. Like, imagine we have a weekly candle like this. Our TGIF level would be like, yeah, that's the issue there. That's 100% the issue. You are 100% right, Les. That was the issue right there. I was one trying to pick the low of the weekly candle, which is not likely to be Wednesday, but because we did expand so much, I did think like we'll probably retrace, and that was the issue right there. That was 100% the issue. Would you take a sell if there was? I wouldn't take a. I mean, maybe on the hourly fair value gap for the 15-minute one, it would have to be in premium. That's the only way. I would never short a premium 15-minute fair value gap. How old are you? I'm 21, brother. Nice to meet you, by the way. CP Travels. Anyway, bro, all that matters is tech is down, but Roku is up. Roku is the hero, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. Sheesh. Sheesh. Why did you start trading? Money. Trying to be financially free. You're 21. I'm 21, bro. The monthly candle looks bearish as fuck. On NQ or Roku? Please don't tell me Roku. Fuck. ICT said last week July and August will be wacky. Yep, usually it is pretty tough. NQ. Yeah, NQ looks, bro. We took previous month high, wicked so freaking low. We're definitely coming for previous month low. That's all I'm gonna say. But I'm saying we could potentially get a nice monthly / weekly TGIF tomorrow. Wait, tomorrow's not the last day of July? Whatever. Weekly candle. I will say a lot of these days Nvidia dropped hard, thinking of buying to invest. Same, bro. Yo, Nvidia tapped into the monthly. However, we do have a lower monthly. So if I was gonna trade Nvidia, I'd wait for daily confirmation. Oh, it's so hard to get daily confirmation, bro. I'm thinking about buying the low of next week's monthly, like August will open. I want to see manipulation lower the monthly candle and maybe buy from there. I see this one open, went down $2 and it went up. I think that's my plan. Question is, do we see a run to all-time highs or is this it? Is the market cooked? Is the market cooked? This is the first time we had a change of state delivery on the monthly in a while. Even this one, it 3 consecutive months lower, but just to tap into the monthly. When did you start trading before learning ICT? Couple months before. I was doing support and resistance for like 2 or 3 months. Namaste, brother. What's up, my man? I was doing support and resistance for like 2 or 3 months. Then I found some ICT videos. I pretty much watched the 2020 mentorship in 1 week, watched core content in like 3 weeks, and then started backtesting and stuff. Went back, watched 2022 again, started demo trading. After like 2 weeks of demo trading, I felt confident. I went live. I got a funded account, got a payout, blew the account, got another account, blew it, and then got another account, 100K this time. Got 2 payouts on it, blew it. And then what else did I do? I got some Apex accounts, core content just 3 weeks. Yes, brother. I watched like 10 hours a day every day. And I've watched core content 3 times since then. So I watched it and then I watched it 2 more times. The last time is when I made those notes. And I watched ICT 2022 mentorship 4 times. Month 5 is hard. Hard as in like difficult or hard as in like valuable information. Where you're going to invalidate the weekly fair value gap on yes. How close are we to previous month low? It is all about interest rates, and it's important, but it's not that important at the same time. Like you don't have to implement that into your trading. That's all I'm gonna say. GB became higher than expected, but I think tech stocks are still diving us weaker. Yes, agreed. Very much agreed. Would I look for potential shorts? Like I said, maybe the 15-minute fair value gap. At this point, drawn liquidity's previous month low. This would basically be second stage distribution of the 15-minute fair value gap, which is almost in a premium now, which is nice. $10.30 on our side, which would be around the best time of second stage distribution, and then we would hold until like 10.50/11. Which pair are you looking for? SMT will look for trades on Euro. I always use Euro. Yeah, GU is good. I also look at DXY for inverse correlations. GU and EU are both good. All right, can we get second stage distribution? I'm willing to take shorts. It's pretty freaking rare that we get 10-15 low. Actually, there was a couple days in backtest where, but there's like, no. We're gonna try again here, guys. We're gonna try with half risk though. We risked 250 on the first one. We're gonna look to risk around 125 on this one. Reason being, if we hit 2R on our trade, which we will do if we win, then we'll already break even on the day. So let's see. Our bullish bias out the window. Retracement longs, like I said, in a premium of the dealing range. That's the dealing range. Question is, can we get a retracement? I'm bearish on gold until the weekly fair value gap. What market did you start trading with? I initially started with stocks, then I went into futures right away. Can we get the 15-minute fair value gap? Can we get the 15 minutes? How to frame a trade? I'll show you right now. I'm bearish. I want to see price retrace and go lower. Where could it retrace to? I'm looking at this 15-minute fair value gap. I'm also going to be cautious here because we have the 1-minute dealing range. And where's OTE of that range? Man, are you serious? So around 0.62 right there. So if we could potentially find a short, maybe inside this 1-minute fair value gap. We're also going to look for SMT inside. SMT inside would be good. For ES, the 50-minute is perfectly OTE. So it's perfect on ES. OTE is literally the 15-minute fair value gap. So we're looking at the 15-minute, and we're going to look for potential SMT or maybe a bearish inversion inside. There's a sky, there's a sky, full of stars. I think you. And it'll be right around 10:30, which is good. Damn, that's an hourly wick. Oh, price is weird. Okay, guys. We still have 36 minutes. So, although I don't like that wick, I don't mind shorting. Because even if we were to go lower, we could potentially target that wick on the hourly. Let's see if it forms. It shouldn't form if it's not going to go lower. We're going to tap into the 15-minute. Let's see. Okay, there it is. No, there it is. Okay, OTE 15-minute tapped in. What do I want to see? Potentially an inversion. or an SMT. We have 959 high. No SMT there. Do we scoop the high right there? Minute closes in 4 minutes, so let's see if we get signatures of a reversal. I'm looking at this fair value gap inside. We did take out this high. Basically, ES needs to start trading below the 15-minute. So far, not really showing signs of wanting to go lower. We have OTE right there. I'd want to see this inverse. I need to see this fair value gap inverse. You know what? Inverse and form a bearish fair value gap. That's the confirmation I want now. I'm looking for shorts, Josh. You're not longs, brother. There is another bridge. Yep, I know. Thank you, Caddy Pan, though. Thank you. Yes, you are right. 100%. I want to see an inversion and a bearish fair value gap form. Just one inversion won't be enough for me. Unless we inverse both, we get a potential breaker at that point. No inversion. Not good. Imagine we come up and take out all these highs. And all along I was right. It's just impossible to pick the bottom now. Possible. I don't think it's as likely as just going lower. We are still respecting this fair value gap. 3 minutes till the 15 closes. We could potentially get a market structure shift short term here. We have SMT at the highs. That's good. NQ being weaker, which is what we know already. Bullish 5-minute FEG, yes sir. Why do you not trade the pullbacks? You mean this? 18,970? That's a little way too low for me, brother. That's way too low. I only enter shorts in a premium. Yeah, we have fair value gaps below, but again, I don't really care about them. I care about this 15-minute fair value gap. And if we get SMT, that's really good. Not an inversion yet, but let's see. We could get breaker mitigation, my best setup. That would be nice. We get a breaker block and a mitigation block on NQ. That would be perfect. I don't want to see this high get taken. It looked like it might, but let's put in a swing high there. Let's get a market structure shift. 10:30, like prime time for distribution. Okay, we're gonna take the high. We inverse this. Looks like we are going to. It's probably just no trade, guys. That's what I said. The setup probably will not form. The setup will not form if I'm wrong, for the most part. So that's it. It's probably done. We're gonna inverse this 15-minute on ES. And I don't know. Maybe we do end up coming for those highs, like we said earlier. Maybe it's possible. Possible. It's possible. No SMT on those longs, brother. There was SMT actually. There was SMT, yeah. On the 8:30 opening, the rejection block was tapped in on NQ, not tapped in on ES. That's SMT. We traded below 8:30, so it would have been lower time frame. You could have seen it on any time frame, but in terms of actually comparing lows, it would have been lower time frame. I guess, wow. We are going to inverse the 15-minute and probably take out those highs. Weird. We literally just reversed off nothing. Did we tap into a daily level or something? I guess you can say the weekly order block, but I guess, I mean, it still could go lower. At this point, I'm not really interested. I'm just curious to see what happens. Because, I don't know. Do we really take out those highs? That would just start, I would be confused. 300 points down, 200 points up. Yes. 4-hour FEG. I mean, that's what I wanted initially when I took longs. Yeah, you can look at it. It's the same thing on Anurik. And the same thing as well as if you have a fair value gap, for example, and one asset taps in, probably justify a 4-hour breaker. Yeah, I guess you can say that there. You can. That's not how I don't like to view the market in that lens, but yeah, you are right. There was a breaker there and it rejected. I wouldn't say like I don't know. I wouldn't personally be like, oh, the breaker. Um, like a long that 4-hour breaker. Like no one would long with high probability. You can't really long that 4-hour breaker. We did tap into the weekly order block on yes, which is which was acceptable. The low probability order block. I mean, we still could just be retracing to go lower. We don't know if we're gonna run for those highs. We could even run for those highs and then just go lower after. Either way, we won't be trading. Those equal highs look really good. We were trying to target them earlier. We went 265 points lower after the 8:30 low. That's funny. You know what's funny? Initially, I was like, I think 8:30 low is protected, guys. I don't think it's gonna go lower. It doesn't have to go lower. Unless I'm wrong. I did say unless I'm wrong about the narrative. We went 250 points lower, 8:30 low. It's actually quite funny. Okay, we reinversed the fair value gap, tapped into OTE. NQ respecting the 15-minute, consequent encroachment. Close the right up. Get a bearish fair value gap here. No, it's gonna close up. Like Bitcoin? What about it? Looks bullish to me. Told my brother to buy right here off that sweep. If we get SMT and we break down, I would be down to take this trade. We'd have to have a trade extended delivery and SMT. I would like that because 5 minute BPR, you said? I don't see no BPR. BPR is different than inversion. That's a 5 minute inversion, yeah, but that's not a BPR. BPR is two fair value gaps overlapped. This inversion, it's gonna probably run for those highs. They didn't even retrace at all. Just freaking went up. I mean, I guess it retraced at 10:02. There isn't T right there. What am I doing? Wait, what the hell am I look? Is that guy your brother? That is my brother. I was looking at freaking I was looking at freaking Euro USD there. Yeah, there's no BPR here. This is an inversion. This is an inversion. This last 5 minute fair value gap, basically much the last line of defense. If we were gonna go lower, it would be from there. Anything else, the highs are probably getting run. I'm not saying I'm gonna short it if it respects this. I'm not shorting this. But that would be pretty much it. Well, we did form a bullish 15-minute fair value gap. That's a BPR. Wait, is there a 15-minute bullish? Yeah, there is. That's a BPR. This fair value gap is a BPR. Which is why I didn't retrace. Oh, it didn't even form yet. But it would be a BPR if it forms. Well, difficult day. If we do run the highs, these things and you day trade, that's awesome. I mean, yeah, pretty much, I guess. These things are not day trade. I guess that's pretty awesome. Maybe one day when I'm up, I'll make a video teaching my brother how to day trade. If we run those highs, I'm gonna be pretty confused. I have a dilemma, guys. I need your advice with something. So we purchased the road to payout accounts. We purchased the road to payout accounts on the 10th. So we have until the 7th to pass them, or we have to pay the rebill, which is fine. But I wonder, should I just, because if I wasn't doing road to payout, what I would do is just over leverage before I have to pay the rebuild, because it doesn't make sense to just, you know what I'm saying? What's up, Piyush? It doesn't make sense to not just like full send it trying to pass the account, because I'm gonna have to pay the rebuild anyways. So even if I lose the account, I'm gonna have to get another account and pay the rebuild. Or should I just pay the rebuild and continue doing the series properly? That's my question. What's best for me would just be to send it. But I do want to kind of accomplish the series, doing it properly. So I got an issue on my hands. I got an issue. Maybe I'll ask the Discord. Just send it. It would make sense to just send it. But then, like, do I have to restart? What I could do, full point news. I wouldn't full point news, but I would just, like, put more risk on a trade that I would take. Like, I wouldn't gamble it, but I would just try to put more risk on a trade. But listen, what I would, I'm thinking what I maybe would do for road to payout series is, yeah, I wouldn't do it on the exact day, Anurik. What I'm thinking is maybe what I will do with the road to payout series is I'll get funded first and then do a series of road to payout. Because then, truly then, can I risk properly and not worry about like the rebuild and everything. I can be more patient. You know what I'm saying? I do want to show the process of getting funded, but this is another issue too. When I go for funded accounts, I'm not risking 10% per trade. It's too little. Like for a funded account, yes. Bow me, brother. Well, my bow, bro. Like when I'm actually trying to pass a funded, I'm gonna be risking around like 20%, 5 trades, because I don't want to be taking like so many trades before I pass. It doesn't make sense. It's a waste of time for me. Like there's really no point. I don't need to like slowly. I don't care about my equity curve. I don't care about really risk management when I'm just trying to pass the account. Once I have the funded, that's when I really care. That's how I would do it in the past. So then I'm not spending like a month, for example, or more if I lose trades trying to pass an account. You know what I'm saying? But the reason I was doing it slow this time is because I want to show like pass the account, blah blah blah. But to be honest, I wouldn't recommend anyone like take longer than 1 month to pass the account. And because I lost my first three, even though right now we're pretty much well, actually are we in drawdown right now? We're 750 in drawdown. We lost the trade today, so we were like 400. We were almost like break even on the account. Um, because we went on a losing streak at first. It happens. We went on a losing streak. We went on a winning streak. It is what it is. We made some silly mistakes that costed us a lot of wins, but it is what it is. So I wouldn't recommend anyone to like not like don't let the rebuild hit. Just it's better to over risk, and then as long as you know your risk management plan properly and you don't do that when you're funded, it's fine. That payout will come. Yo, Med is killing it in the Discord. I like this guy. I like the way he trades. So I think that's the plan, guys. I think, yeah, that's the plan. I mean, we don't have to do anything yet. We still have time. So, right? We could still win like easily 4 or 5 in a row and pass the account. That's, that's how I pass almost all my accounts. Win streak is not a difficult feat. Yeah, guys, I don't see how we could possibly take a long here. I mean, take a short anymore. 1050 macro. Do we want to see a run up into those highs? We could look off the 15-minute inversion. I think it's best we just don't take a trade. You can see the 5-minute inversion there, really nice. Inverse tapped in, went higher. Look at that. All the stocks are down, but not mine. Mine will prevail. Well, there's your order block tapped in OTE. However, we did invert the 15-minute. Oh, we didn't invert it. 20 seconds, so we're definitely inverting that shit. We do have a fair value gap up here. Took a 32 handle loss. It's okay, brother. Losses are gonna happen. is what it is. You have SMT 930. Yeah, actually. Really hard to catch that reversal. I guess you could have caught the continuation, but bro, taking a long like right there is that's just so risky. Minute breaker, yeah, but I don't know if it's gonna hold. Yeah, honestly, taking a long now would just be kind of gambling. Like, can you really say with high probability we're gonna invert this fair value gap and take the high? Maybe. Maybe take the high. We might not invert the fair value gap though. We could aim for the fair value gap. I mean, we do probably take out the highs. There's gonna be S&T there soon though. I wouldn't mind shorting this actually though. At 1050 macro, if ES takes the highs, we have SMT at the highs, and Q respects the 15-minute fair value gap, we can target lower. One, target the 15-minute fair value gap, and then two, maybe even sell side. At 1050 macro, time on our side. That looks like a good plan. Looks like a good plan. But we would need SMT, and ES would need to, and Q would need to respect the 15-minute fair value gap, as well as 50% of this order block. That sounds like a good plan. 1050 macro. Thing is, this is like we took the low and then we want to take the high, but we have SMT, so let's see. Let us see. We're tracing right now on the lower time frame. For example, let's say the 3 minute. Nope, 1 minute. We're tracing to the fair value gap. We could literally long this and just target the 15-minute. The chances of it really rejecting and going a lot lower is pretty low. I would never take that trade because I'd be breaking rules, but doesn't mean I don't think that's gonna happen. Oh, especially now that we have S&T there. See that? That's gonna go higher. Maybe not. Maybe NQ gonna tap in. Hold outside the fair value gap. I'm gonna take this on my other accounts. But I do have 5 accounts. Just easy. 1 minute FEG to 5 minute FEG. I don't really care about these accounts. This is where we think price is gonna go, guys. 15-minute FEG right here. 19171. 19171. Waiting for ES to take the high and Q to take the 50-minute fair value gap. And there it is. Very simple. Very simple. Like, I mean, that trade is, I would never take that trade on a funded, but let me show you guys. Let me show you guys. Very simple. This is what I just took. I'll show you guys the executions. I'll show you guys the executions. Okay, but now that we're here, I'll show you guys the executions after. Because now that we're in the 50-minute fair value gap, we're looking. Can you explain time and price if you have time? Yes, of course, brother. We're inside the 50-minute fair value gap now, guys. It's 10:50 macro. It's game time. All right? It's game time. What is it? Game time. What time is it? It's time to game. It's time to game. Okay, we have the 50-minute SMT. Check. Well, it's 1 minute SMT, but you get the point. All right, we have SMT inside the 15-minute fair value gap, 10:50 macro. Indeed, it's a 10:50 macro. What do I want to see? This breaker looks nice if it forms. This breaker looks nice if it forms. I want to see potentially this inverse change the state of delivery. All right, if we take this trade, we could be careful of the 5-minute here. That would be just enough to cover 2R, it looks like. No, it will not even close. Not even close. Take that back. Okay, the best thing that could happen is another SMT. High, low, higher, high, lower, low mitigation. Motherfucking game time. Game time. Motherfucking game time. We're not going to force it, right? It could inverse, and it could come up to the high. But we have SMT inside the 50-minute fair value gap. Like, market structure has been bearish. I just want to go buy on ES to FG. Yo, I took the exact same trade, bro. I took it on my other account. I was going to show you guys after this plays out because I don't want to miss anything. But yeah, I took the long right here. TP at the 50-minute fair value gap, while ES took the high, same thing. Because, like, that's not something I would take on a funded. But it's so, like, you just know it's going to happen. It's, you know, you just kind of know. It's just kind of one of those things that you know. Okay. Okay. That's 50% of the fair value gap. But really, I don't want to see much more. We did close up 50%. So we might just be wrong, guys. We might very well just be wrong. And it's going to keep going higher. Which is almost, I want to say, not annoying. But I did kind of say that we were going to retrace to these highs. And then potentially the 4-hour. Which if that happens now, I'm just going to be a little bit confused. Because, like, don't tell me, you know, we wanted the weekly fair value gap and all that stuff. Like we really just came to the weekly OB. I'm done. Took 2 wins, 1 loss. Well done, brother. Proud of you. I'm pretty much break even. Plus 45 on the day. Plus 45 on the day. I'll show you guys the execution right there. That's the execution. So we lost right here. You guys remember we took that long. Took a long right here. Quick one. What is that? That was 40 points. That was 40 points. Bro, trading is stupid. How was that 40 points? That was such a small move, bro. Because now people are going to be like, oh, I cut 40 points on. What? It was 1 minute. The market's range is so high today. What is that? Oh, 450-point range. Wow. Yeah. Okay. So, well, anyway, that's the long I took. What's your P&L? We are plus 43 on the day. So, pretty much break even again. I've not been able to make progress. We did take out the high there. Okay. What would I want to see if I was going to short this? Sharp displacement literally right now after this next candle. Simple as that. SMT at London High. Yep, SMT at. Oh, we had SMT at London High before? I missed that. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Okay, is this shortable? What do you guys think? That's a nice wick right there, isn't it? We swept the high. A nice inversion. If we get the bearish fair value gap, might be my last trade of the day. Could at least target the 5 minute. I would need to see this inverse, guys. I would need to see this inverse. That's a shitty wick. We're not taking this trade. It's an awful wick. That wick is awful. Oh, I mean, 8 seconds. 8 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Closing chart. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, Ahmed, my brother. Okay, if we get a BPR here, we will take the BPR. And everything I say just gets invalidated. Every PD array gets invalidated. Every single objective gets validated. There is no consistency. I'm getting absolutely not able to predict anything right now. So we're probably just going to watch this go. Could stab into the rejection block one more time. Maybe we get SMT breaker. That would be nice. SMT breaker looks possible right now. Perform right at 11. Low resistance liquidity. This actually looks really good. This could be really good. Give me SMT mitigation. So what I'm talking about is high, low, lower high, lower low. Where's the mitigation block, you may ask? It's right here. We're going to have a lot of PD arrays line up right here if we come lower. 15 close. 3 minutes till the 15 closes. If it displaces lower right now, I think we have a very high probability trade on our side. See you, Joshy. Take care, brother. We will have to change the state of delivery. We will have the market structure shift, the breaker. We already have the inversion. Let's see. This is it right here. If it's not here, if this doesn't form, closing the charts. That's it for me on this Thursday. But what happened to all my layouts? Like, they all messed up. $58. Roku's up $3, which is good. Oh. I want to see displacement, guys. I need to see displacement. I like that we failed to take that high. That's a good sign. But I need to see some displacement lower, like right now. Like 3, 2, 1 now. 3, 2, 1 now. Touch the wick and go. Not happening, boys. It's not happening. Maybe if we try the unicorn method. Okay, we souped the high. We still have SMT. Did a soup, or are we just running higher? All right, guys, it's done. The unicorn method did not work. We are taking the high. We are inverting the 50-minute fair value gap. There it is. 50-minute fair value gap inverted. Probably going to go lower and then higher. Lower and then higher. That's it. We're done for today. This was weird. This was a weird day. I'm not going to lie. I've tested. I have studied so many days from 9:30 to 11. And it is very rare for price to reverse at 10:15. I think maybe out of 200 days, I saw maybe 3 or 4 reversals at 10:15. It's rare. The rejection from the daily OB was crazy. Yes, look at the weekly OB on ES. I think you'll like this a lot more. Freaking 2 ticks. Let's say hi, the weekly OB. Look at that. You might like that a lot more. But yeah, that reversal is honestly quite crazy. Quite crazy. We did tap into the weekly OB, which is nice. You could also use the daily order block. I mean, this was basically what I was expecting to happen, just not so much wick. I mean, we don't know if what I expected to happen is even going to happen yet. We didn't run any highs. We didn't go to the 4-hour imbalance. But it looks like it will now. Either way, we are done trading for today. Today is done. At least we ended up positive $45. You know, we'll take it. We caught a nice little long there to make up for the loss. This price action is hard, guys. I'm gonna admit. Listen, I've studied a lot of days, 9:30 to 11. This price action is hard. It's different. This price action is different. It's not. I want to say different. It's not like. It's not what usually happens. It doesn't usually form this way. Hey, gold almost at the weekly fair value gap. Hey, we called that out a long time ago. A long time ago. Every stream, someone has asked me, gold, gold, gold. Why did we not take long at 15-minute FEG below? I'm gonna tell you why, brother. You ready? Because we've already met the drawn liquidity. In my opinion, we've met the drawn liquidity, and now it's lunch, right? Sure, we have these equal highs. This ice passion for the moving average teachers. I don't know what that means, bro, but yeah, it sounds funny, bro. Moving average traders. You could long that. Listen, if you're bullish and you think price is gonna go higher, you're asking me where I would long from. I would long from premium discount of this range. So you could take that. It's a little bit in the premium. If you look at the daily range, yeah, I wouldn't. That's me. Me personally, I wouldn't. Do I think it'll probably respect the 15 if it taps in? Maybe. Depends if we take the high or not. Right now we're retracing into a 5-minute, if I believe I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so we're retracing to the 5-minute there. The 5 minutes tapped in right there. We could go higher right now. Would I take this trade ever? No, because it could easily just trade lower. Like that's again, like this trade is gambling. In my opinion, this trade is gambling. Because who are you to say price is not going to come to this imbalance? We're in a premium. It's going to continue higher. It could easily trade into that imbalance. So is your stop loss going to be all the way down here? That's, to me, that doesn't make sense. Plus, we're too close to the drawn liquidity. I mean, that could be your argument, like, oh, we're so close to the drawn liquidity, there's no need to trade all the way down there. Sure. Right? All these equal highs. At the beginning of the stream, we marked out the 4-hour imbalance that we were targeting. It was right here. It looks like we're probably going to go there now. Right? You could look for SMT. You get SMT at a fair value gap. That's pretty high probability. There might be one right now. Yo, Labs, you here, brother? Listen, this SMT forms, you want a low risk trade, click buy, put your stop loss at the low. Said it once, I'm not gonna say it again. Yo, Les, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Boom. Boom, bro. Daily fair value gap discount. Come on, that's all you needed, bro. I'm joking. I'm actually, I'm not. I just want to get rid of this position, bro. But in green, you know? Not in red, in green. No, it's not nice, bro. This shit is ass. This shit is ass. I got out of shit, Phil. Yo, you know what happened? You know the amount of times I've been in profit, couple hundred, and I was like, you know what? Let me just close this and buy back when it goes lower. But then I'm like, yo, if it expanded all the way here, I'm gonna be pissed because I've been a long-term shareholder. If it just rallies right when I sell, what is the best method of trading for you, bro? 9:30 to 11 day trade, trying to catch the bulk of the New York session and potentially the bulk of the daily move. That's me, bro. My edge is hands down just narrative. Like, where do I think price is gonna go, and where it's gonna go towards, and where it's gonna go from? That's me, bro. That's me, 100%. Absolutely no doubt in my mind. Low, high, lower low, higher high. Potential breaker. Boom. Low, high. We're gonna sweep those lows, so never mind. Forget everything I said, guys. Most likely gonna take out that low. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. I like day trading, bro. I don't like swing trading. Listen, I don't like swing trading. And I hate Forex too. Gold, honestly, gold is not that bad. You know what? Let's look at gold futures, guys. Look how beautiful that is. Wow. You could have got a nice trade. So let's see. Price reached the daily fair value gap. Let's go to the hourly and see where you could have gotten a nice swing trade. Right there. You market sell right here. Price entered the hourly fair value gap. Where was your change of state of delivery? Your high probability change of state of delivery is right there. You market sell, stop loss. I mean, that's a hard stop loss, but you put your stop loss all the way. The high 630 sells. We've grown so much. 630 sells is insane. Bro, I don't know if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I saw it said like 50 viewers at one point, no? That's my that's so high, bro. I guess a lot of people left. Maybe they left when I lost. You know what? They weren't here for the win. So fuck those guys. For you, for who you find your setup means what is the thing for you to enter a trade? Well, it's right here. So every single trade I follow, every single time I journal, um, it's always the same. Every time I'm gonna have narrative. Narrative is like the story behind price. Like where, like what is actually going on, you know? Are we retracing to potentially go higher, right? Are we hitting a discount array to go higher? You missed your trade. What was it? I'm going to show the executions right now. You ready? We took a little long from here to here. Why did we take this long? One, we were close to the drawn liquidity. Two, 1 minute fair value gap tap and close above. We took a long 135 to 174. Where did we target? The 50-minute fair value gap and ES at the high. ES took out that high. Very simple. Very quick trade. Very quick move. So narrative. Like, are we retracing? Are we reversing? Am I expecting expansion? Weekly profiles. All that stuff for me falls under narrative. Daily bias. You know? All that kind of stuff. TGIF. It's narrative. All that stuff is narrative. I need to have a narrative, right? I need to have a drawn liquidity. Like, where do I literally think price is going to go? Today, at the morning, where did I think price was going to go? Right here. It's 4-hour fair value gap. I marked it out. This is my drawn liquidity. And maybe, potentially, we could get into this one too, and then like 50%. But I would just target the low hanging fruit. That was my drawn liquidity. Very simple. And then higher time frame PD rate. If we are going to go to this 4-hour fair value gap, where would I want to see us go from? You know, how are we going to get to the 4-hour fair value gap? We're not just going to go up, right? Usually, you'll see from 9:30 to 11 that there's a manipulation move. We had a nice manipulation. We see accumulation, manipulated lower, right? We had a really nice push below 830 and we had a nice setup right there. We fell for it on this wick. We got souped. We were wrong. Price came lower. Accumulation, manipulation. Now it looks like we might get a large distribution. I may be wrong. I don't know. There's S&P at the highs. But the point is, at the time, that's what I was thinking, right? My hard time frame PD array was this 830 news wick, which is high probability to get tapped in, at least 50%. It showed 50% was respecting. We got a nice fair value gap breaker, inversion, SMT, tapped into 830. Everything was beautiful, A plus for me, which is the idea of time and confirmation. How do you have personal futures account? I don't have a personal futures account, brother. I have a personal Forex account, and then I trade prop firms for futures. I don't have enough capital to open my own futures account. One day, that is the goal. I would love to do that so much. That sounds absolutely amazing to do that. But unfortunately, I can't do that right now. I don't have enough capital. Unless I took literally everything I own and all the cash and I put it into an account. But that is not something I'm looking forward to doing. I want to get some money from prop firms first. So a lot more money. And then I would probably trade prop firms and have a personal account. That's the goal. How much capital is needed for like 5 micros? I think you need at least 25K. I have no idea. Elevs would know. I have no idea. You definitely need at least 5 figures. I think the margin for 1 micro, like, what's the margin for 1 micro? Let me check right now. I'll check right now, guys. So the answer to your question is you need to go to the broker. You need to look at the margin, right? The margin. So okay, let's just search up 1 E-mini NQ margin requirement. So for this one, it says 1600 for the mini. So 1600 for 1 micro. That's not that bad. 1600 for a micro. That's like around the average, guys. Right. So it's not like every broker is different. There's probably discounted broker question. Could you explain the difference between the funded account, live account? They're getting payouts on both. How's the prop firm making money? Okay, I got you, brother. So you're talking about prop firms here, right? Not live accounts as in your own personal account. So prop firms. I got you. So the difference between a funded account and live account. Funded account, right? You pass the challenge, you get a funded account. What that means is you can start getting payouts on the money you make from trades. It's not real money, it's fake money, but they'll pay you out. So let's say you make 2,000 on a funded account. You didn't make 2,000 on live markets, right? You made 2,000 on demo. They're just gonna pay you out as if you made it on live markets. The reason they do this is because most traders do not get to a payout, right? Most traders do not get the payout. It's pretty freaking rare for someone to get a payout. Most traders fail. Most traders don't even pass the challenge, let alone get a payout after. Most people who do pass the challenge, they just gambled. They just got lucky, they over-risked, and they passed. So that's why they're not able to get the payout. And guys, our drawn liquidity has been met now. So I guess we were right. I don't feel like it. I mean, we were right about where price was going to go. Our timing was off, I guess. But kind of hard to predict that one, in my opinion. I'll answer your question right after. So how does a prop firm make money? So that's a funded account. Funded account is you're trading on a demo and you'll get paid for the money you make by the prop firm. They do this because they know you're probably not going to get a payout. So most people are going to buy the funded account, lose it, and they make money every time someone doesn't make a payout. That's how they make money. Obviously from challenges as well, and then sponsors and other things like that. That's how they make money. The live account, they give live accounts to people who get payouts. Why do they do that? Well, for example, you have people who are making like 50K payouts consistently. They don't want to keep paying those people. So they say, you know what, we're going to give you a live account. Take all your money from the funded and go trade live. Now on the live account, you make money live in the market. So if I take a trade right now and I get plus 200, that's $200 I took from someone else, you know? It's not them paying you with their own money. So that's how it is. And then how do they make money from live accounts? It's usually there's a profit split. 90%, 10%. That's what TopStep does. So if you have any more questions, let me know. Okay, Rohit says, bro, those things like where do I find those? Where do I learn? Okay, good question. Um, well, for example, I have a video on bias. I would personally like. I don't want to. I'm biased because I listen. A lot of people trade ICT, and a lot of people teach ICT, in my opinion, the wrong way. I'm not the type to hate on people. I don't want to hate on anybody. Trading's hard enough. There's no reason to hate on other traders. Everyone's going through it. We all just want to make money and support our families and have our own family and buy a house, you know? We all want the same thing. There's no need to hate. But there's a lot of people out there teaching ICT wrong. And it pisses me off. You know why? Because I don't know whether they got lucky or they found a pattern and it keeps working. Maybe they just trade 22 model and it works for them. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But there are traders out there who seem to be profitable, but they're teaching ICT wrong. And it's annoying because me, someone who's watched 22 mentorship 4 times, core content 3 times, charter price action models twice, um, I know what ICT is saying. I watched all his live streams. I know his concepts well. I know them really freaking well. So when I see someone say like the down close candle before the up move is a bullish order block, no, it's not. It is literally not. That is not a bullish order block. That's BS. That's what people took and they tried making it themselves. Chart them on only 13. Yeah, I would recommend only 13. That's me personally. Out of all of them, that one looks. It's 2022 model, right? It's this most simple understanding, and you can build such a nice framework around it, which is what I did. I see people teach it wrong, and it pisses me off. So explain OB. How does OB? I'll teach you how to explain it. So I'll teach you. OB is not. It's not like a fair value gap, right? It's definitely not subjective. Some people think it's like subjective. The reason it's subjective is because everyone thinks it's something different. Okay. I will give you the criteria. Well, let me answer the question and then I'll get you. So narrative just means bias. I have a video on bias. You can watch it. It's how I achieve my bias and narrative. To me, I interchange the two. Technically, they're different things. Bias is you're trying to predict a specific candle. So like daily bias, you're predicting the daily candle if it's going to be up close or down close. Narrative is you're trying to get the story. So I look at bias. So for me, narrative is like above because okay, I'm bullish, for example, on the day, right? But if I'm bullish and we're already trading in a premium, it doesn't mean I'm going to take longs. That's why I labeled this as narrative and not bias. Narrative means where are we likely to go and where are we going to go from? Because if we're bullish and we're in a premium, I'm not looking to take longs. At that point, what's more likely narrative? Either we keep expanding and it doesn't give short entries, or I'm going to start looking for shorts from a discount. So I want to see the price go lower, which is what I was looking for today, for example. Drawn liquidity is simple. So narrative, you learn from learning bias. ICT 2022 mentorship will teach you how to get your bias. Drawn liquidity is similar, very similar. It's basically where do you think price is going to go? To do this, you want to look at the higher time frame. For example, what did I say we're likely to do today? So today, what did I say? I said we expanded a lot on Thursday. We have SMT on the daily time frame at a key level. Usually Wednesday doesn't make the low of the week, but we're in extreme circumstances where Wednesday expanded so far. I wouldn't be surprised. I think it's more likely that we're going to trade up and start filling out some of these imbalances. And then I said if we were going to continue lower on the higher time frame, I would want to do so from this fair value gap. So what was the drawn liquidity? Was this fair value gap? I have a video on narrative. I have a video on bias, and I'll talk about drawn liquidity in the video as well. Because price can only do two things. It's going to go to a high or an imbalance. That's it. All those things in 2022 model. If you watch 2022 model, you will learn a lot about drawn liquidity, narrative, and bias. 100%. Because he teaches you where price is likely to go, why it would move, and then he'll teach you time and confirmation as well. To the most basic concepts, but you will have all 5 of these in the 2022 model, 100%. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. And then time and confirmation. See, time is a little bit confusing because some people think time means like previous candle high and low, which it can be. I don't trade with that, but it can be. The way I use time is you want to have some type of time component in your model. What that means is, for example, if you guys know about AMD, this is a time-based thing, right? For the most part, if you have it at the right time. Like obviously you can always have this, but you always have AMD. Elev says check out my chart. All right, guys, let's look at Elev's trade. Let's posted an execution, guys. Let's look at what this guy did. He took a long at the daily order block. He caught the inversion 50%. Very nice. And then the breaker is there as well, too. What happened? Why are we upset? Oh, no, we're not upset. You trade in PM? Yeah, I do sometimes. And then he bought more here. That's where I bought as well. Then you sold at the high. Nice, bro. Beautiful, beautiful trade. Yeah, you really caught the buy model. All the lower zones of liquidity. I would have probably taken partial right there. Notice how we took out that high and then we slowed down. What model works for PM? The same as any model that works for AM, my brother. The time component's a little bit shifted though. We're not upset. No, I'm just explaining my model to someone. Oh, the second buy was an accident. Oops. I'm just explaining my model. So time. Someone asked me about time. Time is open, high, low, close of a candle, right? Opening prices. You want to see the opening prices support your trade, right? You don't want to really buy above midnight opening. That's not the most optimal place to buy, right? You want to have 930 Judas on your side. If you're bullish, you don't want to see 930 expand, ideally. Sometimes it will, if we have 830 manipulation, but that's a whole other story. You also want to look at 830 and 930 and 10. Those are key times. So all these kind of things, you want them to be in your favor when you're taking a trade. And then confirmation, that's the easiest part, right? Market structure shift, fair value gap. There it is, simple. Inversion, balanced price range, anything. For me, it doesn't matter. I don't really care. Whatever forms at the key level, I'll take it. It's enough for me. So I would recommend, if you haven't seen 2022, you definitely should go watch 2022 model. It's a really good. Very nice. Very nice. Rob, are you taking a trade today, brother? I'm pretty much break even. Plus 50 on the day. Not bad. Can't complain. I wanted these longs. I took them early. I guess you could say I took them early. I don't know. We had a nice setup at around 940. Took a setup at 940. Got stopped, obviously. It went down 250 points. Someone asked me ICT order block explanation. Okay, I will do this. I will do this once. I'm going to give you guys the criteria. 1. Right, okay, let's talk about a bullish order block. And if you want more information, there's a 2.5-hour lecture on ICT's YouTube dedicated to order blocks. Bullish order block. 1 criteria. It's a down close candle with a large body. I'm talking about a high probability order block here, right? We don't want those little ones. So highest range from open to close. I'm talking about a high probability. This is a high probability bullish order block. This is high. You know those ones that deliver all the points and you caught the this is the one, guys. This is the one. High probability bullish order block, and you can just reverse it for shorts. Down close candle with a large body. So that means large body means the volume part of the body. Part 2, swap liquidity. I'll say swap sell side liquidity. 3, PG, discount, OTE, institutional order flow, which means higher time frame is bullish and you're trading like a higher time frame order block. So higher time frame will be, so let's just say higher time frame Peter Ray. Let's just say that higher time frame Peter Ray. Higher time frame Peter Ray. And then 4, the order block forms the order, and I'll give you guys an example right now. I'll find it live with you guys right now. The order block forms after price displaces, after price closes above the opening price of the candle. Now listen, this is the part where people get confused. There's 2 parts where people get confused. 1, the candle. So if the candle The candle is a series of candles. The candle is a series of candles. So you have multiple candles that do this. The high probability order block forms at the first candle of the series. The entire series is the OB. However, if you go onto the lower time frame, you may find a more precise OB. I'll explain that in a second. And then the last thing, use the high and the opening of the OB. It can be both. You want to use that entire range, right? Ideally, it's the opening, right? Because the wicks will do the damage, but sometimes you'll see a trade just to the wick. It happens. If you want to pick one, go ahead and pick one. ICT explained to use both. It's that range that you want to see price respect. Price should not close below 50% of the order block body. So let's go over all of these. This is a high probability bullish order block. For now, let's just go to the 1 minute time frame. What if an up close candle closes above your price but below the high? What if an up close candle closes up but below the high? It's a valid change of state of delivery. It is still valid. I will tell you why. Because the wicks will do the damage. So you want to trade as if it's like this. For example, 1 minute order block. Like imagine this would be valid. But imagine there was a wick here, all the way here. That doesn't matter. It's all about the body. It's all about the body. If the candle. Okay, let me just put this together so you can actually read it. Or let's just do this. Okay, there. So let's look for an order block here. Well, the weekly has a good one, right? So let's go to the weekly. Let's even take off these wicks. Okay, let's actually put the wicks back so you can see that there's a high there. So let's go back here. Another question. This same price action on NQ. So that bullish candle closes above the last down close. Can you ensure that even though there are down close candles before that? You want to use the one. You want to use the one that swept liquidity. It's that candle. That's the high probability one. You can have an order block form after. Yes, you can use it. It's more aggressive. Talking about the most high probability order block here. That's the most high probability one. Similar to like, for example, if you have like this, like right here, and then you have like this. See, yes, this is a market structure shift. Yes, it's a market structure shift, but it's not as high probability as this one because this is the leg that swept liquidity. So yes, it's a market structure shift. Yes, you can trade it. I've traded all the time, but you have to be very precise. For example, look at other concepts like SMT to see if it's actually the one that's going to play out, or do you want to just wait for this one? Because these are both market structure shifts. Anyways, you want an example of the high probability? This is a bearish order block, but I'll give you guys the example. Or actually, no, there is one. Okay, you guys see this? This is good. This is really good. So, down close candle with a large body. You see this one right here? Very identifiable. Swept sell side liquidity. Looks like we swept sell side. This is the weekly chart, by the way. So you can definitely find it on the minute chart if you can find it on the weekly. Swept sell side liquidity, yes. At key support level. There's a bullish fair value gap here and another order block right here. So it definitely had a support level. The order block forms after price was above the opening price of the candle. So this candle opening price, was closed above. However, the next rule says if the candle is a series of candles forms at the first candle. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All these candles are consecutive. Where's the high probability order block? It's right here. This is your high probability order block. The series. However, I said if you go on the lower time frame, you may find a more precise order block. So let's look at this first candle, right? Go to the daily time frame. See right here, you can on the lower time frame, what did you find? A more probable order block right here. Right there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Swept liquidity. We closed above right there, traded back into it. Did we respect 50%? We didn't really respect 50%. If you look at the whole range, we didn't really respect 50%. So in this case, you could have still used it. We didn't really respect 50%. That is what it is. We didn't get a nice close, but if you do look, we ended up getting a nice displacement after. But on the weekly time frame, it's really clear. But that's the idea. That you could have went to the 4 hour. You could have went to the 4 hour to find a more precise order block. This is why you use the series. If you want a high probability one. So this case, we're using the series. Price swept liquidity into a key level. Price closed up. Look at that, bro. Don't tell me that's not precise. That's beautiful. This is beautiful. Look at that. We came all the way down here. We came all the way down here, but where did we close? Just above the opening price. Beautiful. We also have a fair value gap in here. You could have found really nice longs in that price range. Well, there's a series of knuckles kind of like that, where they'll be formed like one price was about the last. It's the series. The high probability one, it's the series. The series, all of them. That's your high probability order block. You can use the first candle. The reason being is the first candle on a lower time frame is, so look here. So we marked out the order block. On the lower time frame, see, in this case, it's not even up close candles, it's down close candles. On the lower time frame, you'll find, so see these candles that swept liquidity? Like this would be your order block on the 4 hour. It's too shitty on the 4 hour. You can use the first one. You can, but it's not as clean because it's all of these candles. Because if you go on, for example, let's say the monthly, is that a monthly OB? No, not a monthly OB. I mean, this one played out nice too. Look at this. Down close candle. In this case, didn't sweep liquidity, but it did take out previous month low into the fair value gap. So same concept. It's the series. The answer to your question is you want the high probability order block. It's the series. If that's too much risk for you, then don't trade the order block. You know, that's my answer. That's the reason I don't like order blocks. A lot of the times, it's a lot of candles that go down, and then you have another setup at the lows. But am I not going to take it because we didn't get the full chain state delivery? For me, breaker block versus OB. Listen, breaker block's actually really interesting. Breaker block. A lot of the time, listen, if you ever entered a trade, you have your stop loss at the low, you get swept, and then it goes, well, congratulations, my friend. You understand why the breaker block even exists. That's exactly what a breaker block is designed for. It is specifically designed to manipulate people who entered early on the move off a support level. That's exactly what a breaker block is. It was designed, I don't know who designed it, but that's exactly how ICT teaches it. It is specifically designed for people who enter on this price leg. It's specifically designed for them. Think about it. I mean, it makes sense, right? You enter a support level, you go up, you're like, oh, nice. Support level is going to go up. But us knowing that the algorithm exists and it hunts liquidity, think about how many people, for example, would take longs at that support level. When the market's algorithmic, why not make another run lower for people who entered early and then go? It happens. Thank you, brother. Thank you. So that's what the breaker block exists. Breaker block is the strongest PD array. If you've looked at ICT's PD array matrix, breaker block is the best. 100%. It's the strongest because liquidity has now been swept. What did you say breaker block is an OB? It can be. Like, it can be the same block for sure. It's about one candle series. So usually it's one candle, but it can be. So let me give you an example. It's not an OB. It's going to be usually like formed at the same level as an OB, but technically a bullish order block is an up close candle, and a bearish order block is a down close candle. So it can be. It can be the same candle, but it very very commonly forms at the exact same level. We had a. You know what? Let me just. I have hundreds of examples, so let me just pull one up. See, are any of these breakers? Not a clean one. Breakers failed OB, right? Like a bearish OB failed and became a bullish breaker. Failed OB. Yeah, I mean, you can view it that way. The thing is, it's technically not because it's in a discount, right? So, for example, you see these down close, up close candles. Sure, you can look at it as a failed OB, but the truth is, it's not actually an OB. Like, this isn't a real OB. If you're shorting this, like up close candles here, you're wrong. It's not an order block because it's in discount, right? A bullish order block needs to be in a discount. So this is a uh premium. Sorry, I think we have the breaker being high time B. So look here for example. I don't know if I have. This isn't the most clear, but if you look at your so in this case, this up close candle right here, low, high, lower low, higher high. The last up close candle before the lower low is your bullish breaker. This is your bullish breaker right here. Where's your order block? The order block's actually the next candle, right next to it. See how those series of candles swept liquidity? I know it's kind of hard to see, but this up close candle right here on my cursor is the last bullish candle before the lower low. That's your breaker. Price closed above, came back, tapped in. Where's your bearish order block? It's the opening price right there. Same thing. So it just happens to be a line in this case. And then if you know if you have another breaker inside here, low, high, lower low, higher high. Bullish order block, swept liquidity, exact same thing right here and right here. It's literally perfect, right? You have a breaker right there, low, high, lower low, higher. The last up close candle before the lower low is your breaker. That's your breaker. Where's the order block? It happens to be the candle right next to it. Price tapped in perfectly one tick and then went higher. And in the meantime, respecting the fair value, like this is A plus. This is A plus, and you can see it delivered a really nice move all the way from 10:07 to 11. Listen, so this is where it gets complicated. Ideally, price does not close below the breaker. However, I personally rarely enter off a breaker. The only time I'll enter off a breaker is if I market buy or sell once the breaker formed, because I think it might not retrace. 9 out of 10 times, I'm putting my stop loss at the most recent swing high or at a fair value gap that forms with the breaker. So my advice to you is wait for a fair value gap. What is the meaning of a breaker block? A breaker block, the meaning of it is it's simply a pattern. This is a breaker block. It's literally this pattern right here. I would put my stop loss 9 out of 10 times at the fair value gap that forms off the breaker. If you're not getting an inversion or a fair value gap at the breaker, it's probably not it's not a high probability breaker, right? Just like any PD array, it's not high probability because you want to see the breaker block actually yield displacement. This is a breaker block. In market structure, it would be right here. Low, high, lower low, sweeping the liquidity, and then higher high. When price comes back to the breaker block, you expect distribution. A lot of the times, you'll get a setup right here, and you can take it. You get a setup right here, and you can take it. But this is your second stage distribution a lot of the times. So ICT recommends you use 60 trading days of data. 60 said the algorithm will refer to the last 3 months of trading data. So 3 months, previous month high, previous month low, 3 times, and everything below that. So when I say 60 days, it's 60 trading days, which is 90 days in terms of months. So what do I think about you only using that? I mean, you'd be missing out on potentially 66% of useful data, so I wouldn't do that. A lot of the time, you'll see that it's enough, but you need to look at stuff like this, for example, right? If you looked at only 20, you would miss this. So there is another type of order block, but I'm not going to get into it. So technically, this is also a order block. This is institutional order flow entry drill. The reason it is because down close candles. So down close candles in a discount, down close candles in a discount in a bullish market should support price. It should support price. So this is also a bullish order block. So you would treat it the exact same. It's even more bonus if it lines up with a fair value gap. In this case, it tapped into a fair value gap, so extra points. So definitely use 60 days. Definitely use 60 days. Longs tomorrow, gonna pray, I hope. I mean, we'll be live tomorrow and I'll tell you what I think. What is this in your chart that you draw? This thing right here? This is premium and discount, brother. It's one of the most important things. Red and blue. Well, I think it's green, but anyway, it's premium and discount. So, right, your best risk to your best entries. This is the weekly time frame, so it's not usually the weekly. But I mean, yeah, you can use weekly. It's premium and discount, right? Everything here is discount. Everything here is premium. 50% is the middle. That's equilibrium. What does it mean? It means everything here is cheap. Everything here is expensive. You don't want to buy when it's expensive, and you don't want to sell when it's cheap, right? You want to sell up here, and you want to buy down here. You use this in your lower time frames to find better entries. This will help you get better risk to reward, better trade management, and so on. Someone said long 15-minute FEG. It is possible this 15-minute FEG plays. It's possible. However, I would never take that long. Why? It's possible to play. I'm not going to say it can't play. It could play. If it's your model, sure. Why? Look at ES first of all. All right, ES tapped into the 4-hour fair value gap. And look at the wick so far. Doesn't mean it can't go higher. Just saying, look at the 4-hour on ES. Tapped into the wick and we've been trading lower. Notice, NQ didn't even tap into that candle. So we have a higher time frame SMT. At a key level, we have a 4-hour SMT forming inside of the 4-hour fair value gap in a bearish market. This 15-minute FEG is not the most important thing. However, we do have a nice drawn liquidity, which is these equal highs. And like I said, NQ could go up there to the 4-hour. So it's not the worst. I would rate that setup potentially a B. It's also 11:45, so I wouldn't even consider it, but you could do that, but it's not very high probability. You should look at the entire day. You should look at the day. You need to know what happened in the previous session. It kind of helps you form the daily profile, right? There's a lot of information to be gathered. We had such a large manipulation lag. Wow. Like the A and B on it is really clean. So you need to look because If you know about accumulation, manipulation, distribution, well, isn't this exactly that? Don't tell me it doesn't form. It definitely does. Look at this. It's literally the definition of AMD. It does not get better than this. It really does not get better than this. We manipulated below 830 opening price. How to find liquidity in lower time frame. Any swing high or swing low is liquidity, brother. By the way, we tapped into this 15-minute. Tomorrow, what do I expect? It depends what happens today. Then we can see what I expect tomorrow. Thursday low of week. Yeah, maybe Thursday's low of week. It's possible. It happens. Could you show your discount setting? I got you, brother. It's called GAN box. Open it up and I'll show it for you right now. Give me 1 second. So it's this tool right here. It's called GAN box. It's pretty difficult to get it, but I will show you. You can also just use a Fibonacci and use 50%. However, I like these colors. So these are my settings. Pretty much turn everything off. Enable 1, 2, 3, 0. You can put it wherever you want. 0, 1, 0.5. Put the color on green for 0. Put it on 1 for red. And this one doesn't really matter. It's just the line in the middle. You can turn that off. So usually, the reason that is because usually at 9:30 you will see a price run above or below liquidity at 9:30. Like I would say 95% of the time, 95% of the time, 9:30 will run some sort of high or low. Not exactly 9:30, 9:30 to like around 10. 9:30 to 9:45 most commonly, but sometimes it goes on till 10. Usually, you will see. I'm going to do something for you guys. I'm going to show you guys something. I'm working on it till I'm not done. You see this? This is rough, but I have a lot more. This is, why is it so zoomed in? Whatever. What do I have here? I have 9:30 to 11:30 market structure on days that delivered nice setups. So directional movement, no choppy days. And I have it all marked out. I'm going to make an Excel sheet. I'm going to tell you guys the exact high and low for a large amount of days. For example, I'm going to do like 4 or 5 months. I have more. I have around double this. I haven't journaled it yet, but I have the images. This is 9:30 to 11. What exactly happened? When's the low? Look at this. 9:45 ES swap 15-minute sell side. We expanded from there. All right, look at this day, January 26th. What do we have here? Large S&T into the 50-minute fair value gap. We had our balanced price range. We expanded. The low was at 10:07. Right? 9:36 was the low here. Where was the high? 11 a.m. That can happen too. That video is called One Setup for Life. That's a really good video from ICT. If you haven't seen it, I recommend you watch it. Sometimes 9:30 will run previous day AM high, or London high, or previous day PM. The NQ setup long. What do I rate it? If you really looked at the daily fair value gap, the weekly order block on ES, or the daily order block on NQ, and for some reason you really thought it was gonna hold, then I give you an A plus, brother. But in my opinion, I don't know. I don't really use order blocks like that. But look at this, Sarabi. Which session are you recommending? New York session, always, of course. Look at the weekly order block high right there, bro. That says enough, bro. That says enough. You could have taken that. ES was a stronger asset. Everyone knew NQ was weaker, so he would have been better on ES for starters. Sure. What do I rate it? The setup can be 10 out of 10. In terms of predicting it, it's pretty freaking low. I mean, really? You're going to go to the weekly, and then it's so hard to short. I mean, it's so hard to take a long off of, like, against all that market structure. Like, you're going to short all that displacement. Oh, the one at 940 that I took? Bro, I got that shit A+, bro. I would take that shit 10 out of 10 times. It was beautiful. It was so beautiful. Did you take that one too and lost, or? I would take that trade every single time. It was no, I would take that trade, bro. Listen, I'm telling you, I have seen. I will literally show you, bro. I sent it in the group chat yesterday. Literally that exact same trade, and it played out perfectly. I'm gonna show you because it's actually funny. I would take that trade again, 100%. That was an A plus trade. Don't even worry about it, bro. It just, I guess the display, like the only thing you could say is, and you can't even say it because we ended up taking out exactly where the drawn liquidity was, anyways. So it's pretty rare that 10-15 forms the low. That's pretty rare. It happens. I guess the weekly order block, right? Like that's, it's not really something that I'm worried about. Like that's, but Robbie, look at this. Nah, that trade was A plus, bro. I would take that shit again, 100%. Is this not the exact same? I honestly think it's the exact same news candle. I think it's PMI or PPI or something, or consumer confidence or something. I don't know. Look at this. That's 8:30 opening. So this red line is 8:30 opening price. 946 in this case, so not 940. Literally the exact same thing. By the way, if you marked out 50%, if you marked out 50% of this wick, we did not close below 50%. It marked perfectly, just as it did on this day. It was perfect. It was literally exactly what so 50% was like right here. Oops. 50% is like right here. And we perfectly wicked. Perfect displacement. Breaker. We had SMT, 8:30 opening, AMD, 9:30 Judas. It all lined up perfectly. Like 9:30 went lower into the key level. Yes, had hourly changes in delivery. Order block. This is an order block. Yes, it's not that nice on the hourly. I think the 50-minute will be clearer. Yeah, the 50-minute is a little bit nicer, in my opinion. This is your order block, right? But like I said, this is why I don't like order block. If you want a high probability order block, it's right here. There it is. That's your high probability order block. That's a shit entry. That's a terrible entry, you know? So I don't like that, right? Maybe the 5-minute has a clearer one. Look at the 5-minute. See, that's what I said. When you go down to the 5-minute or other time frames, look at this, right? There's your change of state of delivery. Your entry is a little bit better on the 5-minute. Where did we trade to? The 5-minute will be high. So if you use the high, look at that. We just, as soon as we closed above the high, we traded back into it, and then we went higher. And also this down close candle supported price as well. So very nice. 5-minute's a little bit nicer. Go to the 3-minute. Maybe you can get a more precise order block right there. No, you can't. Yeah, that was a 10 out of 10, bro. I would take it again. I'm honestly surprised it didn't work. Clear drawn liquidity, everything lined up. 940, 939 low. And even better, Robbie, is ES respected the 15-minute fair value gap. Like, look how ES, it's right here, so it's kind of hard to see. But ES, wait, am I tripping? What am I looking at here? Oh, this one right here. Like ES was respecting the 15-minute fair value gap. Like right here, we took the low and closed all the way up. So good. You can go to the 1-minute and look for a confirmation in that area for better entries. Yes, you can. Scan the 1 to 5-minute, right? What is ICT? ICT is a person. His name is Inner Circle Trader. He's a trader on YouTube and Twitter. He teaches ICT concepts. He is the founder of ICT Concepts and Smart Money Concepts. They're not different things. ICT is the same thing as SMC. I've literally seen videos where people say, what's better, ICT or SMC? What? What are you talking about? What's better, bro? Smart money concepts are developed by ICT, supposedly. He could be lying, but it doesn't really matter who created them. ICT teaches them with very high precision. So I don't know why people are saying it's different. That doesn't make any sense. But I guess it is what it is. Smart money concepts. You want to trade like smart money, and you have to understand dumb money to trade like smart money. So, what do you think about the Canadian roadman accent? I mean, what do I think about it? What do I think about the Canadian roadman accent? I don't know, bro. I, I don't know. I don't know. What type of question is that? I don't know. What do you mean? What do I think about it? Buy NQ. You buy NQ, bro. I don't want to buy NQ. Freaking 1154. right? I'm buying NQ. So what do you think? I don't know. With enter the 50-minute fair value gap, it looks like what's your average win rate? It's around 50. I'm very streaky. It'll average between like 40 and 70 right now. I'm very streaky, and I'm working on that. I don't like to be streaky, so I am working on that. But it's around 40 to 70 right now. I think I'm at like 55 or like 50. This is a funny question, bro. I think the high is probably gonna get taken. 2 to 1 risk reward, minimum 2 to 1. Yeah, I'll only partial at 2 to 1. But the thing is, like, it's hard to say because it's always hard to say. I need more time. Like if you ask me in more time, I'll be able to give you better answers. Who are you going through for the fund account? Who are you going to? Top Step. Top Step's my favorite. Top Step is very trusted. They've given me 3 payouts before. Never had any complaints. The dashboard is clean. I love Top Step. Top Step's amazing. Good trade today again. Better be out. Peace out, Robbie. How's the eval? The evaluation. So we're talking about relative payout one. Free resets for Top Step. The first one's maybe free, I think. I have 5 accounts right now. 2 of them are down 500, which is fine. We were on a losing streak. I have to journal the wins. We caught a lot of wins this week. Was it this week or last week? I took one more trade, Sammy, and we managed to end up plus 50 on the day. So we'll take it. Yes, exactly. Exactly what Juan said. Hopefully I said that right. How's the eval? Right now, so on 3 accounts, down 450. And then on 2 accounts, I'm up maybe like 600, 750, maybe 1,000. I have to check actually. Oh, perfect. I can show you guys right here. So my 5 evals on Top Step. I'm gonna pass them live with you guys. We have 5 accounts. So this one's this one's down 450. This one's up 450. This one's up 550, and then down 400, down 420-ish. So we're down around 450. This is the 2 trades I took today. Took the long here, which is just very obvious strong liquidity, so that's why I took that long. And then we took the long here, which, by the way, this long, I'm a lot more proud of this than I am of this. Like I knew this was gonna work out, but this was a good freaking long. I would take this long 20 times out of 20 times. This is beautiful. I love this. This is exactly what I wanted to see. It literally happened, predicted perfectly. It's unfortunate it didn't work out. That's all it is. We've been very bearish. I guess we wanted to go lower. It's hard to say why this is the bottom, but you know, I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. I don't need to know. I don't need to know. Look at this. Whoa, it's the exact same trade. Hold on, literally look at this, guys. Tell me that this isn't the exact same trade as this. I'll mark it out the exact same here. Let's hide the executions here. Where's the executions? Look at this, guys. Can you tell me the difference? It's literally the exact same. The down close candle that went in got displaced. Inversion fair value gap. Inversion fair value gap. In this case, we formed a bullish one lower, so I took the bullish one. We formed a bullish fair value gap inversion. 946 low. In this case, it was 939 low. Yeah, they give out free resets sometimes. Really nice by them. Like, I would take this trade. I'm telling you guys 10 out of 10 times. 10 out of 10 times. Standard deviations. Right? You can put standard deviations. And shit, I'm confused. And then you would have got the same projections too. So, um, you're still in eval. Yeah, so what happened was, this is the most recent thing that's happened in terms of me being funded and everything. So, the most recent thing that happened, I had 100K. I got 2 payouts on it. And then where was I at? I took 2 payouts on it. I had 1K left on the account. 1K left. I took 2 trades, 2 or 3 trades, lost, went down to like 400. and I was debating right then and there, do I want to get more funded accounts, or do I want to try and build this one back? At the time, I only had that 100K. Basically, took one trade, risked 400 on the trade, and I was like, if I get everything back, we'll do it. If not, I'll use the money I took from payouts to get more funded accounts. We lost the trade, obviously, so I got 5 funded accounts with the money I made from the payout. The reason I got 5 was, well, I'm not gonna lie, 2 of them I got by accident. I didn't even mean to. They kind of just gave them to me because they were like, "You're a good trader. I'm gonna give you 2 funded accounts." So I was like, "Okay, shoot, I'll take it." Or there was like a discount or something. I don't know. I had them for a while. I didn't even realize. So I have 5. I meant to buy 3. The reason I bought 3 was because I want to do what my plan is to take those 3 accounts, pass them all, show the entire journey, and then 2 get a payout on them, again showing the entire journey. So that's the plan. So right now, 0 funded accounts. We are trading on a live account for Forex and a stock account, personal. So those are my only real live funded accounts right now. But no top step funded. They gave you free evals? Yeah, like the first 2, like, so this is what happened. I bought 3, and then when I lost that 100K, like at 7 p.m., that's when it actually registers as like you lost it. They were like, you've been really hard and dedicated. I got it. Even like they gave me 2 free evals. They were like, here's 2 50K accounts, or here's 2 challenge accounts to continue your trading. Keep your head up, blah blah blah. And I was like, all right, bro, shit, I'll take it. You know. So I have 5 now. So if you ever hear me say like I'll take this on my other accounts, I'm talking about those 2, because initially the road to payout accounts were just the 3. So those other 2, those are kind of me. Like I'll take trades that I would take in the funded, but I'm very precise and not precise, like very disciplined. Not disciplined. Like what's the word? Like picky. Like I'll say very picky and restricted on what I'm doing with the road to payout accounts, just so I can show you guys the journey. Nice. I'm new to trading world. Kind of to an idea of Top Step and Apex. Well, in my opinion, 100% Top Step. Not even close. The only time I would go to Apex is if you have a lot of money and you want to get like 10 accounts, 20 accounts. So they say, I don't know if the first month is free. I don't know what they're doing now, but usually what they do is the first account. So if you pass your first account, they give you the money back for the account, and usually they give you a free reset for your first time as well too. Where are you from? I live in Canada, but I'm Iraqi, brother. Middle East. My opinion, Top Step, 100%. Why? They've been around the longest, right? Um, affordable, very clean dashboard. I don't know many people. I don't know anyone that's had problem with Top Step payouts. They're quick. They respond to your emails if you need help. They help you with the paperwork if you need it. If you're missing something, or they'll tell you. It's a very very nice platform, bro. What's up, Daniel? Salam, brother. It's a very clean platform, but I really have no complaints. The only complaint I have about Top Step is if you trade with Tradeovate, the amount of minis you can trade do not convert to micros. And they said they're working on it. However, if you trade with Top Step X, which is what I would recommend, honestly, I know you want to trade on TradingView, but Top Step X, bro, Top Step X, they give you second charts. They give you zero fees. Zero fees. Second charts, zero fees. Top Step X, you guys want to look at this? Look at this. They give you a dashboard, performance stats. So right now, win rate's 45%. That's on the this account. So right now, 50%. So do you take your payouts in BC? No. Bankwire, brother. Bankwire. So they give you stats. Like look at all these stats. You can analyze your stuff. They give you this all that whatever stuff. You know, they give you a whole bunch of things. You have access to the second charts, which is very useful. The chart is not that bad itself. It's basically TradingView. Free copy. You have a free copy trader, right? You can have. Look at this. You can have 4 layouts if you want. Like literally everything you need is here for free. So I like this platform a lot, really. Very clean. No, I take my payouts in just bank wire, just bank transfer. All right, guys. Questions going once. Questions going once. We're gonna be live tomorrow. You know the drill. I gotta get breakfast. What are you looking at right now? I don't trade past 11, really, brother. I don't really look past 11. What do I think is gonna happen? I already said what I think is gonna happen. I think we're gonna take out the high off the 50-minute fair value gap. If anyone has questions, let me know. Question going on. Does House have a daily profit limit? No, no limit, brother. You can make as much as you want. However, you can only withdraw 50% when you take a payout. So when you take a payout, you can only take out 50%. That's the only rule. That only applies for your first 30 winning days. Once you achieve 30 winning days, that rule is gone. You can take out 100% if you want. Upside down liquidity. Right now, in my opinion, I think we're going to take out this high. We're going to take out this high. However, we do have SMT. What's your daily bias? Brother, you're asking me a little 3 hours too late. Initially, I was bullish. My drawn liquidity was right here, this red line. Unfortunately, NASDAQ did not make it. However, ES did. ES went exactly to where I thought it was going to go. So what was my bias? My bias is met. That's it. You know, I can't speak to how far we're gonna trade into it. That's not really speakable. I don't know how deep we're gonna go into this fair value gap. There's a good chance NQ will also come in there. That's about as much as I can speak on it. I was bullish. What I thought was gonna happen happened. We still took a loss, and we took one loss and one win, but we ended profitable by just like $40 or something small. So it is what it is. But initially, I was bullish. That was the bias. I give my bias every day at 9:15. If you want to come, feel free. You can see if we see similar. You can ask questions. You can fade me if you think I'm a terrible trader. Whatever you want. But if you want to see like how I got that bias, well, today it was simple. The reason I thought we were gonna go there is because we expanded into a discount SMT daily fair value gap on the higher time frame, and I just want to see some retracement. If we were gonna continue lower, I wanted to see it from the 4-hour fair value gap, which is what happened. So that's good. How are stocks doing? Yo, Nvidia respecting the monthly. Are we gonna now all-time high? Potentially. So in my opinion, although it formed a little bit early, so it's hard to predict everything. But in my opinion, right, what could possibly happen? Oh, not like right now, but I think maybe in August we can potentially start making a run to all-time highs. Um, Possible. Look in the video, guys. Someone said in the video monthly fair value. Look in the video, guys. We might long the video. Why would we long the video? I'm gonna tell you guys why. Ready? Y'all don't know, but it applies to all assets. It applies to all assets, guys. Look at this monthly fair value gap on the video, right? Monthly fair value gap. You're still here? I'm still here, man. I'm answering questions. You know me. I always answer questions at the end of my stream. Once there's 0 questions, then I go eat breakfast and I go to the gym. What's NVIDIA? NVIDIA is the #1 tech stock, right? Is it #1 or is Apple #1? Close. NVIDIA is a stock. This is the monthly fair value gap on NVIDIA, guys. Wouldn't be a bad time to buy. But like I said, I'm more interested in buying. At the low of August. I want to try and catch the low of August. Let's put the video. Is it correlated? It's not correlated. I mean, usually, like 99% of the time, if Nvidia is going up, Nasdaq will also go up. It's pretty rare that the nation wants to know why. Netflix, bro, you really said Netflix, but yesterday you don't recommend any movie. Why, bro? Why? I recommended movies. I just don't know. Okay, how about this? Have you seen The Big Short? The Big Short. That's a really nice movie, bro. I like that movie a lot. You've seen every movie, brother. I don't know what to tell you. You know SMXM. You watched that movie? Yo, you've seen every movie, man. You should recommend me a movie, not me recommend you. You gotta tell me. Yeah, Big Short. Oh, Wolf of Wall Street's a good movie. Wolf of Wall Street's a good movie. I like that one. Do you know SMXM? I don't know SMXM. Tell me about it. What is it? Oh, that's just a person that gifted him something. It's not like a. I don't know if it's a famous trader or anything. It's just probably one of his old charter students or mentorship students. They probably just sent him a gift. They do that all the time. Maybe MMXM. No, 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 guys. It's just a person. His name happens to be SMXM. There's no new. There's no new version or anything. It's just someone who gave him a gift. That's it. Nothing more. Well, could this be the low? Possibly. Possibly. We could just be retracing and then go lower in PM session and then higher tomorrow. Or Thursday's the low. We keep going up. What did Euro GBP do? Bro, fuck GBP, bro. Did you watch Deadpool and Wolverine? No, but I am gonna go see it with my girl. We're gonna go see it in theaters. I am planning to go see it. It's gonna be good. Have you guys seen it? It's gonna be good. I am gonna go see it. You said ICT said he'll teach turtle soup. He did say he would teach turtle soup, and that guy Romeo he would shut him up. I hope he does. I will be very happy if ICT does that. Um, However, he has not posted a video on that yet. Maybe he's working on it. I don't know. He did post an yeah, he did post. I mean, he has this turtle soup short. Talking about this one? This isn't the lecture. He was talking about posting like a full lecture, a full lecture like
Student, I would look to take a partial under this low.
this. This is a turtle soup. I'll show you.
The Nasdaq
He's gonna sell as soon as that high gets taken. Watch.
right there at the
Oh,
as a intermediate term swing,
what?
sell short here. I don't there.
He's just so confident with that stop loss, bro.
Method and
It is BS, bro. It is. Uh,
Symbols that thing you below. It's a creamy with the these little bounds in here. Should so again here your sell side liquidity gravitated.
yeah, I don't see the turtle soup.
Big confirmed. See.
Mm,
One move and it'll stick up. Primary that aggressive.
well,
It is right now.
shit. No turtle soup there, brother. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. There is a turtle soup though. I know. I know there is one. Hold on. I'll find it for you if you want to see ICT trade turtle soup. Where's the executions? Oh. There was a really nice turtle soup one. This one. So this one, he literally just sold above the high. He put his stop loss just like fixed 20 handles. Sell side and low resistance liquidity. Buy side purge. Inversion fair value gap. You marked it out advanced. Bearish order block. See? The price that swept liquidity got closed below. Bearish order block. Respected 50%. Marked out standard deviations. 0.5. He's TPing there. And there. And full TP there. Why is he TP? What is this TP, bro? Yeah. Yo, I watched the new Ips movie. It's amazing, bro. NQ reacting to the bullish FEG. I will tell you in 1 second. I want to watch this price run. So beautiful. Maybe it's a secret spell? Turtle soup? I mean, the beginning of every trade is turtle soup. It's just the most aggressive entry. For example, where would we enter? Probably this inversion, right? Or the order block. That's more than like 20 RR. Yeah, I know, that's crazy. It's a crazy move. Listen, brother. You're looking at the charts too much. Don't look at every 15-minute fair value gap. It's 12, right? We're probably going to be choppy. We took the high right there, right? Remember I said we're probably going to take the high? We took the high. There it is. Did I take the trade? No. Just because I expected it to go long after here, we had a nice setup there. You could have taken it, really. Yeah, the inversion formed right there with a fair value gap. I guess you could have taken it. You tweet the HR. That's what I was thinking as well. I mean, yeah, that's what I was thinking from the beginning of the day. But whatever. I won't complain about it. I won't complain. I didn't think that was gonna happen, and it's probably gonna happen. All right, questions going once, guys, because I need breakfast. I'm gonna go to the gym, and I gotta eat. Oh, we hit the 4-hour fair value gap, right? The first one. We hit the first one, so that would have been our TP1 on that first trade, and then TP2 would have been right here. 30-point difference. What's your PR for what? Yo, I'm not gonna lie. So I'll tell you, I was actually doing really good, but I've kind of been slacking. I used to be able to bench 285. My squat was also 285. It was really the exact same. I think yeah, the FEG above, yeah, but I would have TP'd right there. Partial one, and then partial two if you want to trade into the higher one. But low hanging fruit, right? It doesn't have to trade into there. It could. It could. It's likely, but it doesn't have to. So I would aim for the low hanging fruit. Now I'm trying to bulk. So basically, what happened was I was fasting for Ramadan, and since then I lost a lot of weight, and I wasn't able to go to the gym that much. And I'm basically trying to like bounce back since I have like not like digestive issues, but like it's not easy for me to when I don't eat like a lot. I have to build my eating on time. I can't just eat a lot. I'll get like so sick. I need to like eat more and more slowly every day, and then hopefully for like over like a week or two, if I don't get sick, then I'll finally be able to eat a lot like I used to. So when I was at my peak, I was at 185. That was probably the best physique I was ever in. Now I'm at like 165, which is not bad. I'm 5'11", so it's not bad. But I want to really be 185 again. But when I was benching 285, I was 185. Right now, yeah, I mean we're done. She's done just answering questions, not really trading. So I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. If you want to come tomorrow, come too. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. Same time every day until I do a Lamborghini stream. That's the day I'll take a day off, guys. Unless I'm like very sick and I literally can't take a day off. Your fave series? A lot of good ones. Walking Dead is good. Breaking Bad was really good. Many good ones, bro. I really like Blacklist, Suits. Um, Take care. Take care, CR, bro. See you tomorrow, man. Until next time, Ryuk. Sheik, you can message me on Discord too if you need to. But I gotta go make my food. If you have any questions, message me on Discord. I'll see you guys live tomorrow. Hopefully, we catch another win. Currently, our last 5 trades were 4-1, I think. 4-1. So we'll take it. It's not bad so far. Hopefully, we can keep up. Take a win tomorrow. We're out of drawdown, and then almost past two of the accounts. So see you guys tomorrow. Peace.